guys! Welcome back to my channel, Uni and Ni. Before we start, please like this video and please subscribe to the fam because you could get the first notifications when I upload a video, okay? Alrighty, so let's get right into it. Today I'm gonna be talking about sheet masks. And one of the most popular video on my channel is how to properly use sheet mask. And you can check that out right here. It's basically a video where I talk about the basic steps of how you can use a sheet mask. But as easy and affordable and as simple as sheet mask can be, there are those questions that you always wonder. What sheet mask am I supposed to use? What do I put on after I use a sheet mask? Can I use a sheet mask every single day? Yes, there are so many questions that we always wonder. And I've noticed that there were a lot of questions left on that video. So that's why today I have brought those questions and I'm gonna answer them for you. Okay, so let's jump right into it. Now, the first question is from Kim Han and she asked, Eunice, does every mask sheet are suitable for any skin type? I always use different brand of mask. Is it okay? Is there any tips to choose the best one? And Kim Han, that's such a great question. So I think that question can be easily answered when I tell you this. Now, you have to think about sheet masks as separate products too, because of course there is a sheet made out of certain material, and of course there's the essence or ampoule within the sheet mask. Some people will be very careful on new products that they put on their skin. However, with sheet masks, they switch it up every single day with different sheet masks and things like that. But we have to keep in mind that that's different ampoules from different brands too. And I understand how hard it is to choose the right one for you and your skin type because there are so many different sheet masks out there, right? Number one, usually sheet masks tell you the exact skin concern that they target. So it's gonna be for usually brightening or hydration or for calming or for acne care or for sebum control or etc. But they do have those specific effects that the one sheet mask will bring to your skin. So the first thing that you should look at when you choose a sheet mask is exactly what effect that specific sheet mask will bring for your skin. And please keep in mind that there are different products too. So what I would do is I don't buy one each, but if I'm gonna try new sheet masks, I buy at least 3 to 5. So buy 3 to 5, or if you can't, at least 2, and make sure that you try them in a row. So some people try like A on Monday, they try B on Tuesday, they try C on Wednesday. But what I want to recommend is that if you're trying out A, B, C mask for the first time, all 3 of them, what I want to recommend is that you try using A sheet mask for Tuesday and Thursday. And then maybe next week you can try the B mask for Tuesday and Thursday. What this can do for you is to give you a clear distinction of if A sheet mask will work for your skin or on the opposite if it's not gonna work for your skin or not. Alright, so the second question is from Jayati Patangwa. I hope that I'm saying that right. Hi, I also started using face mask, but the person who sold face mask, she said to me wash after 20 minutes. So I'm so confused with that. What do you recommend me to do? Please answer as soon as possible. I love your videos. Thank you so much, babe. Okay, so this is a great question too. Now, a lot of people ask me, hold on, should we use it for 10 minutes? Should we use it for 20 minutes? Should we rinse it off afterwards? What should we do? So the best thing to do when using a cosmetic product, and especially for sheet mask, is to of course check out the packaging. They have specific directions for you. When you turn back, they will have directions for the exact minutes that they recommend. So they will usually say 10 to 20 minutes. And usually like 95%, all sheet masks are not a wash-off kind. But there are those particular ones that are wash-off kind. So if the salesperson told you to wash it off, I'm guessing that that one specifically was a wash-off sheet mask, but usually sheet masks are a leave-in kind. So check out the directions. If they tell you to, after 20 minutes to remove the mask and dab in the leftover essence, then it's a leave-in kind. If they tell you after you remove the sheet mask to wash it off, then it's a wash-off kind. Okay, so moving on to the next question is Shanielini Del Blanco. Okay, so I'm really bad with the names, so I hope that you don't get offended. I'm so sorry, I'm so bad with reading names. She said, Ani, how many times in a week can you use a sheet mask? Okay, so Blanco, that's such a great question. A lot of people ask that question. We often wonder how many times can you use a sheet mask in a week? You remember that trend for K-beauty, one sheet mask a day? Well, that's not particularly the correct directions or guide for you. The reason is it really depends on the sheet mask itself. Now, if you're gonna use sheet masks that really focus in calming and moisturizing alone, usually these two, then you can use it every single day. However, if you're gonna use sheet masks that focus on brightening or anti-aging or controlling your sebum or very specific concerns like that, I wanna recommend that you use it up to 2 to 3 times a week only. And it totally depends on the product itself, but usually if it's an anti-aging product or if it's a brightening product, it may be too strong for you to use every single day. As I mentioned for the first answer, sometimes we think sheet mask, it's okay, we can use it every single day. But however, we need to remember that there are actually ampoules and essence and they're actually products too. So it may be too harsh for you or it may be too rich for your skin. So especially with anti-aging or brightening, I want to recommend that you use it only 2 to 3 times a week maximum. And with calming or moisturizing sheet mask that focus simply on those effects, you can use it every single day. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. And this is from, I love your ID because it's short. And I can read it right off the bat. It's Wonder Woman. I like that. And it says, do I have to use a toner before I use a mask? Now, as I told you before, if you watch my video, how to properly use sheet mask, I actually show you the exact steps that needs to be done before you put on your sheet mask and afterwards what you're supposed to do. So for those of you who haven't seen it, please check it out. But anyways, that's a great question of asking if I should use a toner before or not. The answer is no. So you don't have to use a toner. If you want to cleanse your skin and then after use a sheet mask right after, that's fine too. However, for me, I want to personally highly recommend that you use a cotton pad and your toner together to wipe away any remaining impurities, any leftover makeup, even dead skin cells or any dirt on your face to give your skin a really clean canvas before you put on the sheet mask. I'm emphasizing this over and over again, but sheet masks are essence or ampoules too. So before, to get the maximum effect of the sheet mask, I want to prep my skin and get my skin ready so that it can kind of soak in all the goodness. But for those of you who don't want to do that, who wants to just use a sheet mask right after cleansing, that's perfectly fine too. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. It says, it's from Valentine. When is the best time to use a face mask? Daytime or before going to sleep? Now, this is a great question too, and a lot of people have always asked when is the best time to use a sheet mask. And a lot of people think that they should only use it during the nighttime, but that's not necessarily true. You can use it during the daytime and both nighttime. Let's say that a sheet mask has vitamin C in it, then usually it's recommended that you do it at nighttime because vitamin C is easily oxidized by air, heat, and light. Usually a lot of vitamin C products are recommended to use only for night, unless it's specifically made that it may be used for the morning time too. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is that it totally depends on each product, but usually you can use it for both day and both night routine. And I think it depends on each person, but some people prefer that they do it at nighttime because after they put it on, they can go to sleep and then that kind of like maximizes the effect because overnight, you know, you get like blood circulation and you know from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. is like the beauty time, Cinderella time when you become all beautiful and things like that. So the next morning you can kind of see that your skin is glowing and you can kind of see a more effect of the sheet masks. However, for some people they love using it during the daytime too because let's say I have a very important date to go to or an event to go to, then they want their skin to look flawless. So they use a sheet mask before they put on their makeup so their makeup can be on point. Personally, for me, I don't like to use it during the daytime because I have a really tiny forehead and I have a lot of hair right here. So if I use a sheet mask during the daytime, this part becomes really oily and sticky, so I feel very iffy. So during the daytime, if I want to prep my skin or I want to make sure that my base makeup looks really good, then what I do is get some cotton pads, get my toner, soak it in there. I just make sure I put it on the driest areas of my skin, and then I put my base makeup on, and then my makeup looks really good too. All right, let's move on to the next question, and it's from Iced Cupcakes. Do you skip essence, serums, and ampoules when you use sheet masks? And that's a great question too. And as I mentioned before, guys, sheet mask itself is filled with essence or ampoules or serums. So usually, personally for me, I don't use a serum before sheet mask, but these cases I might. For example, I use my cotton pad and toner, and then I use my serum because it's a hydrating serum. I would do a very thin layer of my aloe gel or a very hydrating serum. And then if my sheet mask, let's say it's for brightening effect, then I would use the sheet mask and probably finish off with the cream. But the reason I put the serum in there is probably because I want the both effects of hydration from the serum, and then I wanted the effects of brightening effect from the sheet mask. But usually I want to prefer that you only do toner with cotton pad always to wipe away. If you use a toner by itself, that's fine too, but I think using it with a cotton pad really preps your skin better for the sheet mask. And then I would do the sheet mask, and then lastly, I will finish off with my cream or whatever I want to use. Okay, so let's go with the next question, and it's Red Ranger. It says, do I wash my face with a cleanser after using a face mask? Okay, so let me answer that question for you. It's very simple. Like I mentioned, usually all sheet masks are a leave-in kind, which means that you don't have to wash it off afterwards. And it's such a waste of sheet mask if you wash it off afterwards, because for about 10 to 20 minutes, you're trying to, soak in all the goodness, all the ampoule and essence into your skin. But if you use a cleanser afterwards to wash that off, there's actually no point or no need of doing the sheet mask for 10 to 20 minutes. I mean, yes, the ampoule probably have soaked deep within your skin, but basically you're rinsing off and you're, stripping away all the goodness off of your skin. However, there are a lot of people who ask me this question because it feels so iffy and sticky afterwards. They just can't stand that. And I feel you on that because it depends on each product, but there are certain sheet masks out there that makes you feel so afterwards that you want to hurry up and rinse it off. For those of you, I want to highly recommend that you don't rinse them off, but what you want to do is get a cotton pad and get your toner. And an extra hint here is to use a toner that's very watery and light and fresh. So get your toner and get your cotton pad. Make sure that you wipe off one layer of the sheet mask. It will feel less sticky and less oily and less blah. So this is a really good trick. Now, let's say that you still feel iffy or you feel like it's just not gonna work for you and you just don't like that feeling of it. Then I wanna recommend that you go to the bathroom and you rinse it off. But please don't use a cleanser. Just use your water, splash a few times to get the stickiness out of the way, but you do still wanna keep the moisture or the goodness that has soaked into your skin. Okay, so moving on to this question, I had to answer this one. This was very important. Now, this is from Sudha LSV. It says, I usually use the sheet mask before going to bed. Can we leave the serum or essence on overnight? I have very dry skin. Ladies and gentlemen, please listen up. Do not put your sheet mask on more than the directions tell you to. This is a no-no. This is so bad for your skin. And let me tell you why. So the directions tell you usually 10 to 20 minutes, but I feel you, okay? Because after 20 minutes, you still feel the ampoule on your skin. And let's be honest, no one does it for about 20 minutes. They do it about 30 minutes or at least 45 minutes. And to be honest, before I put the sheet mask on until you feel it, you're like, oh, okay, the ampoule's in my skin and the sheet mask is getting really dry. And then I would take it off. Did you know that if you put your sheet mask on for too long, after a certain period of of time, the sheet mask will actually suck up the moisture from your skin. So this is gonna be really, really bad for your skin. So after giving all the moisture, giving all the goodness to your skin, and the sheet mask is dry, it starts sucking up moisture again. So it's very important that you keep the timeline. But let's be real, if after 20 minutes you know that there's a lot of the ampoule left in the sheet mask, you can do it for a little bit longer. I do it up to, I think, 35 to 45 minutes, but let's keep 45 as the maximum time. And if you feel like there's more ampoule left, then use it for your body. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, use it for your arms, use it for your butt, use it for your neck, use it for wherever that is needed. But let's take it off of our faces. Okay, so moving on to the next question. It says, it's from Bitchan. I'm not cussing, okay? Bitchan Cosplay. Is it weird I have some of the leftover serum that is in the package? Sometimes it's nice to just put on and you know. Oh, that's not weird at all. That's what we all do. I mean, it depends on the sheet mask, but there are a lot of sheet masks that has so much ampoule left and it's such a waste. So I always get it and put it on my face. In the video for how to properly use sheet mask, I actually got the serum from the sheet mask first. I got the leftovers first and put one layer on and then put on the sheet mask. So that's not weird at all. Make sure to use up all the goodness from the sheet mask. Okay, so let's move on to the last question, and it's from Lisbeth Madrigal. It says, does anyone know if it's for teens? Now that's a great question. I think Liz is asking if the sheet mask I use in the video is for teens, or if sheet mask is okay for teens to use. For teen skin, I want to recommend that you use sheet masks that focus mainly on hydration and calming. So for anti-aging or even for brightening or sebum control, make sure that if you do want to use this, number one, for anti-aging sheet mask, I want to recommend that you don't use it. You use it after you're 19. For those sheet masks that targets those specific skin concerns, I want to recommend that you make sure that they're very, very mild, or that you choose products that focus mainly on hydration and calming only. Okay guys, thank you so much for tuning in until the very end. I really hope that this video was helpful. If it was, please give me thumbs up and like this video and subscribe to Uniani channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and soon I will make a video of my favorite sheet masks. So give me a lot of likes for this video and I will know that you guys want to see it ASAP. Thank you guys, and I hope you have a fabulous day today, and thank you so much for watching until the very end. I will see you guys next time. Love you. Bye.